What is going on, Commanders? It is Imperial 40k here today, and today I just, like if you saw the update video that should have come out before this one, I bought myself another Predator to go along with this bad boy here. Just show you. Oh, hold up, I don't like that. That always looks gay. I don't like it when people, for some reason, they have the turret and they like put it back. It's like it should be in the middle, otherwise it looks just goofy as. Anyway, back to it. So it's going to go along with the Las Cannon Sponsoon twin-linked Annihilator. It's called the variant. I'm going to be making a Demolisher variant now instead, with the autocannon and heavy bolters. So I'm just going to go through it, we're going to unpack it, and I'm going to come right back with you in just a minute. Okay guys, so I've just opened up the box, and as you can see, you have a breadboard for a reason, because when you're using this kind of knife, you don't just go for it, okay? So that's rule number one, tip for you guys, use a bloody breadboard, otherwise you'll cut your fingers off. Okay, so I'm just about to start getting the build going. I just got to remember, I've built, this is my third Rhino chassis build. I have this Rhino here, and I got this Predator here, and I got another Rhino over there. Actually might pull it out of the box just to show you guys my tank collection. But anyway, I'll get to, after I do this step, I'll turn it back on and show you how far I've gotten. Alright, see you soon. Okay guys, we're back again. Just the first step done at the moment. Moving on to the second step, which is, the third step now actually. I've done the first two, which is just pretty much putting the tracks on and putting the sides together. Now I'm going to be moving on to the third step, which is putting the bottom plate on and the door. Do not forget the door. I actually did forget the door for this one, and I had to cut it like kind of short and like slide it in. I like stuffed up pretty bad, but like it turns out like you don't see it, but yeah, forget how I did it. It was something like, where is the door? See, somewhere there. Instead of having these big long bits that hold it in very securely, I had to chop them down a lot shorter, so it's kind of just sitting in there. It's hard to glue it closed, which kind of annoyed me. I wanted to make it transformable into a Rhino, and that's what I'm going to do with this one. I'm going to leave all the options open, so if I need a Rhino, I can use a Rhino. That's the best part about this tank, is you just got to not glue everything, and you can still play around with it and, you know, get some good stuff out of it. Anyway, I'll get you guys back when I get the chassis put together. Just the second step, and then I'll grab yous. Righto, not too long. What's going on, guys? I'm back. I just, like literally 30 seconds ago, put this together. It's just the second step, which is pretty much just putting on the base and the door. Sorry, third step, sorry. Now, just one quick tip. When you put the door on, make sure you don't glue it for a start, just because you want the cool feature of it opening. But when you glue it on, it's going to be very wobbly, and you might not get it exactly like flat. So what you do, when you put it on, flip the door up between, so it sits in its socket like such, so it sits in there just nicely, and then kind of like squeeze it against the door. So the door is going to be, so that means when it does glue, the door is going to be tight and it's not going to fall out all the time, and it should give your Rhino will be level. The floor won't be a bit sideways, or one side mightn't be, you know, a bit wobbly, or you know, at an angle. So I'm just going to hold this and let it dry, and I'll be back when I get to the next step, which I think will be the sponsoons and the roof. Alright, I'll be back. What's going on, guys? Now I've up to the fourth step, I believe. Yep, fourth step. So that was just the faceplate and the top main piece. It's pretty, it seems simple enough because I put it in one piece, but you just got to make sure when you are gluing it that it stays flush with the casing, otherwise it won't look as great as you want it to when it comes time to when it comes time to paint. So I'm trying to make sure this back bed holds down at the moment. It's not doing too well, but if you've done it well, you can tell because your door, it'll be stiff, and that's really what you want, because you don't want it loose, because then it'll just go bang and fall out every time. You won't have much hope. If it is very loose, rather than stiff like this, and it can hold its own, if it's very loose and it's flappy a lot, don't worry, because when you are painting it, a layer of paint should chock up enough to hold it in and keep it a tight fit when you do close it. So don't worry if you haven't done it, but if you have, that means it's a pretty good glue job and you're pretty tight on your glue work. But anyway, the next step is the fun step. Oh well, it's been pretty fun, but I mean, next one is the funner part. So we got the turret and the top, plus some lights and stuff. This is where I'm going to put, I'm really just, the front of my tank, I'm just going to be copying what I've done here so that they are coordinated. So the golden crest wings, the symbol Ultra, this tank, I'll just call it Ultra just because I could. And then this one here, these two little, I don't even know what they are, they're like fucking racks or something. Anyway, I'm going to try to copy that design. I don't like a lot of stuff on top, I'll show you later. I don't like a lot of stuff on top because the turret usually won't spin because it'll hit all the stuff. I don't like a spinning turret. I like a tank that can actually aim at its target when it wants to shoot, not, you know, just, oh yeah, the bullet went this way. Yeah. Anyway, so that's that. I'll come back with the fifth step when I've got the turret on, ready to go, as well as these front headlights and the crest and all that I was just telling you about. And then I think after step 5 we've got just the accessories after that. So that's the tank done, then it's just the accessories. So I'll be back soon, guys. And just a quick update, guys. I've managed to miss the door. So this has dried. It's not going anywhere, not unless I want to rip it out and damage it. And yeah, I'll pop this back door real quick. So it's just a big old empty space in there, which is alright because it is a tank, not a rhino. But you know, it's small things. I'm actually, to an extent, I'm actually kind of keen that this is like this. You know, it's just a base chassis, rhino chassis. So what I'm just going to quickly show you guys. You're looking for a tip to take the little what do you call it, notch things off. Is okay. Hold it up. If you're looking to take, when you cut it off and you still got these little tags, when you do cut them off, I tend to, it's not very safe to do it, but just gently squeeze it off. Don't go too far, you'll cut your thumb and you'll be squealing like a little girl. But if you just go lightly and you just not force it, but just use your thumb to stop yourself to push against it so you don't keep going and cut your thumb. So if you can understand what I mean, it's a nice easy way to just take off the tags and you're good to go. And by the way, what I'm doing is with these doors, I'm not gluing them on obviously because I've got a Predator, but I'm keeping them there so when I do want to run a Rhino chassis, bam, clip it in and look, it's sitting there. It's not sitting there too well, but with a bit of paint to tighten up that gap, should sit in there just fine. I can have a Rhino when I want, you know, small things. Anyway, I'll come back when I am on finished turret. Righto guys, I just finished the, what step is it? It's like the 6th or something. Anyway, I just finished that step. Just to let you guys know, I didn't leave this on a pivot because it just goes floppy and you can't really get it to stay straight and look good. So, oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, so it doesn't, if you want it to just look, I just do it to make it look better. Yeah, so it's on the swivel top, got the turret there, got the little ammo box or whatever at the back. Yeah, I got me side sponsoons ready to go. Just gotta like, I'm just gonna have these like blue tacked in when I need them, just like I said, so I can you know, use it as a rhino for one as well. Just like that, it'll sit. But at the moment, as you can see, it's going to fall out. Like I said, with paint, it'll tighten up that gap and make it a lot better. The next bit, we'll be adding all the accessories, like putting all the hatches in, little front badges and all that. I'll be doing all that, so the next bit will be the final part of the video where it's all finished and all done. It just needs painting. Alright, see you soon. What's going on, guys? I finally finished it. I'm going to make this real short and quick. This is the final product, the Destructor pattern. Still got the doors and all the extras on the side. I can chuck a storm bolter if I want on. You know, lots of other stuff. I did my own little custom commander here. You can't really see him. I'll show him in another video. Did a bit of craftsmanship to get him to where he is. But yeah, so these are the two patterns, your Destructor, your Annihilator. I should get to part 2, which will be painting it, hopefully. That'll be a while though, so don't expect that to like straight away. But yeah, just letting you know, guys, on a quick tidbit, if you get a Predator and you just got your first tank, it'll most likely be a Predator because that's your main battle tank. That's kind of what I wanted. I initially wanted a tank that could do both things. That could do a bit of both, bit of infantry, something, bit of anti-tank. It doesn't really work out too well when you do that. So, like, for example, this is what I wanted. I wanted one that could do both. So it was either going to be a las cannon, twin link las cannon and heavy bolters, or auto cannon with las cannon spontoons. Okay, so if you have the auto cannon with las cannons, the auto cannon's only putting out 2 shots downrange per round, and the las cannons are putting out 1 each. So that's 4 shots. You're probably going to miss at least 1, maybe 2 of them, and then that's only 2 shots downrange. Yeah, you'll pretty much almost definitely kill 2 guys, but that's only 2 guys, you know. Or you go over here. You know, so you either kill 2 guys or you're shooting an enemy tank, and the autocannon really doesn't do much in that scenario. It can't penetrate a lot of armor because it's only got a 7 strength, I believe. So it can only penetrate. It can only get a glancing hit on 13, or anything higher than 13. It can't even, you know, touch. Even 13, it can't. It can only glancing hit. So. But then you go to the las cannon, you get your twin link, so you're definitely going to hit with that. But if you're shooting at a vehicle with your twin link las cannons, your heavy bolters can't do anything to it. Or it's the other way around. You're shooting at infantry, heavy bolters are going at it. They're not getting a whole lot of kills though. They are getting a fair few, more than what you would with your las cannon, auto cannon configuration. But then your las cannon's doing nothing. That's an expensive, you know, something very expensive point wise. To get if it's not doing anything. That's why you should not do a mix. Try just get 2 or 1 for a start. I got an anti-tank, just take out tanks and then deal with infantry, you know, with a razorback or something. Or you just deal with infantry on infantry. And now I've got a destructor pattern, so I've got one that can do both. This one can just concentrate on tanks, smash tanks, and this one can just concentrate on smashing infantry. One more little tidbit. If I'm going to verse a team and they have 2 or 3 tanks and they're good tanks and I know I need to take them out as quickly as possible, I'm not going to go, okay, this guy can go take out tanks, this guy can take out infantry. I'm going to do a mix-up strategy where what I'm going to do, chuck the auto cannon and the las cannon spontoons. So that's 1. By the way, this autocannon las cannon spontoon, it is really good for taking out Terminators. It's just a little bit better than this because it can put an extra shot down range. So if you're up against heavy infantry, this also does well. And then what you do is you wouldn't use your heavy bolter spontoons because it'd be a bit of a waste. But what you're pretty much doing here is you're getting the most you can get your anti-tank out, but you're splitting it between 2 vehicles. So when they shoot at you, they're not just going to take out your Annihilator and that's it, you're gone. You still got your twin link las cannon, which is almost a definite hit if you got twin link, especially if you got the commander, Sergeant Chronicus, something like that. Yeah, if you got Sergeant Chronicus, you're definitely going to hit it. So So you got these two here, plus the autocannon, depending on what kind of vehicle it is, can help. And then you got your las cannon here, which, being only one turret shooting, it can move very quickly, so it can outmaneuver some vehicles. And like I said, it's an automatic hit, so if you get on your side, quickly outrun them, get on their side armor, penetrate. So that's what I do in an anti-tank situation. Split up your heavy weapons between two tanks, so if one tank gets taken out, it's not the end of the world. You know, you still got a hoping chance. Anyway guys, that'll be the end of the video. Tune in for part 2 where I'm going to be doing the painting. It probably might be coming along for a while, sorry. But I will get around to it, and then we'll show off maybe some more tactics when I get to play with both of these tanks a bit more in the latest edition, which is 6 or 7, I don't remember. Anyway, like, comment and subscribe. Comment for any feedback. I love feedback, and give it a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys later. This is Imperial 40K signing out.